Welcome back, another episode. Gavin, Izzy, Helena, and Sam traveled by Aurora to 1965, the year that Eve is being held hostage in the villain's long-term detention facility in the sixth and last episode of Brea's third and final season. Gavin, Izzy, and Helena searched for Eve after getting back together with Josh in 1965, while Josh took Sam to see a hospitalized Riley. Sam raced Riley to the area of the Aurora after realizing that 1965 lacked the medical know-how necessary to handle the issues arising from her raptor wound in the hopes of getting her back to 2021 and appropriate care. Meanwhile, Eve had vanished from view. Gavin's poking about and other activities led to a confrontation between Maya Schmidt and her mercenaries, as well as Gavin, the other survivors, and the residents of Para's village. Naturally, the good guys came out on top, and the survivors, who were largely anonymous, marched back into 2021 under an aurora. Layla seems to have chosen to stay put in the past, and Ty gladly stayed in 10,000 BC with his wife Para, although her and Izzy's parting happened off-screen. After playing a game of chicken with an enraged T-Rex that involved him storming down the runway, Gavin took him and a few others back to 2021 in a jet powered by microchip technology. Gavin, Izzy, and Josh hurried to the Wisdom Tree as soon as they got back to Los Angeles, thinking Eve would remember it as their favorite place. After waiting for hours, Gavin and the children were about to give up when Eve, sporting her signature shearling, strolled up the hill. We had originally intended to produce a full season consisting of 14 episodes as we neared the end of Season 3. During that process, we created detailed character and story arcs that we later had to scrape or modify after we were certain there would be 6 episodes. For example, we planned a much longer plot for 2021, during which we would meet even more of our characters. The Sam character experienced maybe the largest change. He was murdered by the saber-toothed cat they fled from at the end of the first episode of the original pilot I pitched. However, NBC encouraged me to keep the character alive and explore potential new directions for his story because they genuinely liked him. That significantly altered the show's course. In the end, I'm happy I did it because it allowed me to collaborate with the legendary John Seta. It is indeed a blessing to be able to recognize that you are writing towards a conclusion. This gave us the opportunity to structure the stories in a way that would allow for an emotionally fulfilling conclusion. Recently, I've seen a number of shows abruptly stop, and it's always unfortunate. Considering how much time our audience has spent on this show over the years, I didn't want to do that to them. It seemed like a logical continuation of his redemptive journey. He has wronged Gavin in several ways, including his affair with Eve and the destruction of the building in Season 2, which made it impossible for them to return home. Ever since that incident, Levy has been attempting to find a way to make Gavin proud, and in my opinion, he makes the ultimate sacrifice. In an attempt to strengthen their relationship and assist Gavin in making atonement, he dies trying to help him get back together with Eve. Before we filmed any other scenes for the season, we spent a single day in Los Angeles shooting with Natalie. In order to achieve that, the series' climactic climax had to be written before the remainder of the season was completed. That undoubtedly brought up a lot of difficulties, but in the end, it was worthwhile since it allowed us to witness the Harris family's reunion in their own house. For more, subscribe.